catchweight bout. Making his way to the cage, fighting out of the blue corner, out of Jackson Wink in Albuquerque, New Mexico, Luis Saldana.
You want to take the lead on this one?
I mean, I had a chance to talk to Luis, and I asked him what kind of style fighter is. He said he's a freestyle fighter, but he says he's a complete freestyle fighter. All around, everywhere the fight goes, he is ready. He said the keys to victory tonight are going to be just to stay composed and pick his shots and keep the pressure. He said that people can't handle his pressure in the gym, and he's ready to put that on showcase tonight.
Well, one of the things I ask every single fighter in all the pre-fight interviews in the locker rooms in the back is, why do you fight? The only word out of his mouth was for legacy. That's it. He fights for legacy. Coming from Panama City, Panama, I didn't expect him to be so aggressive, but also so polite.
Very polite. He was and well-spoken.
I didn't think that you could mix all three of those so well, but he put it all together. And if he fights the way that his demeanor was in the back, I think the kid is going to do good in this sport.
Yeah,
his
I agree with you on that.
Making his way to the cage, fighting out of the red corner,
but definitely
fighting out of Fightready in Scottsdale, Arizona, Alyk Lopez.
He said that a lot of his training partners for this camp were Bobby Moffitt and Hunter Azu, so you know he has quality training partners out of that camp, and he has a lot of confidence in his striking. So the striking's come a long way since before, and he was already a pretty well-rounded striker.
Well, one of the things about Fightready is, you know, through the past couple years, they've seen the Cejudos, they've seen the John Joneses, the Mighty Mouses. I mean, they have had world-class talent go through that gym, and I think a little of what these guys do sticks to that gym, and their fighters implement it so well. Now, this kid might be making his debut, but you want to talk about intelligence. This guy was talking about, when I asked him, I said, what do you envision for your future? And he said, I'm gonna own part of the UFC. You know, and I don't think he meant through fighting. I think he means through, you know, other avenues.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, he definitely said he's going to use his platform to build a career. He says that he wants mixed martial arts to be his lifestyle, his business, and his way of life.
Well, you can see he's primed and ready to go, screaming every chance he gets. Let's see if we get another one here. Nope. Okay. That's all right. Two big guys, 175 pounds. I mean, this is going to be
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is sponsored by Fino, Tucson's finest cannabis. Join them downstairs all night at the Encore Lounge to find out more.
But Alyk is only 23
Ladies and
years
gentlemen,
old.
once again, this amateur catchweight bout. Out of the blue corner, fighting out of Jackson Wink in Albuquerque, New Mexico, Luis Saldana. And his opponent out of the red corner, fighting out of Fightready in Scottsdale, Arizona, Alyk Lopez.
quite a pop on the crowd for this kid.
Yeah, Saldana told me that he really has to make sure that he doesn't let the fight get ugly.
Well, I think if you let the fight get ugly, I think that's where Lopez starts to take over, for sure.
Yeah.
So I think that's the right game plan going in.
Yeah, he says that he believes he's the better fighter everywhere, and he just can't let Alyk make it ugly.
Well, one of the things, too, that I enjoyed about the weigh-ins was these two guys weighing in. I mean, they were getting nasty with it. Oh, we got a cup check already, huh? And I missed it.
I missed it as well.
It's better that you miss them, you know?
And they're right back to it. He didn't need to take his time at all.
Well, Saldana using a lot of feints, good head movement.
Yeah, Lopez said that he was gonna.
He's getting after him right here.
Every shot that he had.
That's a good flurry against the cage. Man, he popped him when he caught that kick.
Yep. He's really staying behind that jab and throwing that right hand, just like he said he was going to.
Well, and he's starting to get Saldana to look away when he throws strikes. I don't like that. Mixing up the targets. Saldana keeps going to that front kick.
Yeah.
And it's already been caught at least 3 times.
I'm a little worried about Lopez with his mouthpiece. He keeps playing with his mouthpiece a lot.
Don't worry, it happens. It's you know, hey, there he goes again with that front kick.
Yep.
This time he at least turned it to the side a little bit, giving him a different look. But he keeps throwing it, and it's getting caught more often than not.
Yeah,
that mouthpiece does look a little big.
Yeah, it looks a little big. Definitely not fitting his mouth well. He's feinting well. Oh, there we go.
Nice body kick. Nice body kick. But Alyk kind of stepped off the gas there a little bit and is letting Saldana get back into this fight. There's that front kick again. He's turned it to the side and he's having a little bit more success with it.
Yeah, I think Saldana is just kind of finding his rhythm.
Well, I see what he's doing there. He's throwing a lot to the body and he's bringing it up to the head.
Are we gonna? No, he's not going to take it.
I don't think Alyk wants this fight to go to the ground.
He said he would take it to the ground if he needed to, but it looks like he's having confidence in his hands, which I don't blame him. He is winning the striking exchanges.
The pace has slowed a little bit. I think that has something to do with jitters. Oh.
Yeah, Lopez really trying to land that right hand. It looks like he's trying to set everything up to throw that right hand.
He tricked him right there.
Yep, but to set up that right hand. He's making him think that he's going low. He's attacking the legs.
This is orthodox versus southpaw.
Yes.
So that rear kick should be a weapon for both of them. Coming to the end of the first round. I don't know. After that first minute, that was pretty even.
Yeah, I would say it's pretty even. Oh, at the bell.
I mean, he clipped him right at the bell.
Right at the bell. Yeah, maybe Lopez lost his mouthpiece or something. Had to get a new one because it's definitely not fitting his mouth.
Yeah, I'm not sure 100% of what's going on inside of Lopez's mouth, but I can tell you this right now, he kind of gave away the second half of that round.
I would agree with you on that. And he started strong, and then I don't know if he just faded or if he was just trying to get his composure back. You know, those jitters do get you. You know, you go in there and
you're gonna have an adrenaline dump. You know, you go in there the first minute and you're doing very well.
The first minute sometimes feels like 2 minutes.
Right. Well, like I said, that made the first round a lot closer. So now these guys are going to have to set each other, set us apart from each other here in the second. And if it goes to a third.
If it goes to the third, yeah, someone definitely needs to take charge of this round. Because that first round was a little bit too close.
Well, I think Saldana made the read that front kick was getting caught, so he turned it to the side, and he had more success with that. And I really think that, Alyk shouldn't have let off the pressure.
I agree with you on that. I definitely think
and the pace, you know what I mean? The pace that he was throwing with those strikes, I think he was starting to wilt him down a little bit.
I mean, he's scoring right there, but nothing really on it. I really do think he's throwing those to set something up.
Nice body kick. Oh. Maybe trying to get him back for the first round. I don't know.
Yep. Got him.
Got him. Man, that kid needs a new mouthpiece. He really, I mean, I saw the whole thing right now.
It's pretty bad, right?
Oh, my goodness. At a glance, I thought he just rolled up some newspaper and just shoved it in his mouth. Because that's what it looked like.
Yeah.
It looked like wet newspaper. Now, obviously, nothing intentional here. But they're 1-1 on the groin strikes. So let's not have any more of those.
Yeah, it happens a lot in that open stance. But you do got to learn how to control your weapons.
Well, and Alyk is getting through with those body shots. But I'm surprised he hasn't caught on to that, kind of turn side kick that he's doing. But both guys seem to be favoring the legs over the punches for sure.
Where I definitely feel like someone is going to decide to go high. I feel like they're both kind of setting something up for them to go high.
You thinking it's, you know, setting somebody up for a head kick?
Maybe a head kick.
It's kind of my namesake, so hopefully it happens.
Yeah, Lopez really does like to catch that kick and then throw that right hand straight down the pipe. So.
Well, now Saldana is starting to throw combinations. He's not just throwing ones and twos.
Yeah, for sure. He's definitely finding his flow and getting confidence in his hands and his legs.
Oh, hey, you called it.
That was that high.
Didn't quite have the oomph that he wanted.
Saldana is starting to faint, which is really taking Lopez off of his game a little bit and letting him land a little bit more.
Oh.
See, he likes to catch that body kick, though.
That was it was nice, but he still caught it.
Yep. And how do you score that? Do you score that as a defensive or do you score it as an offensive?
I mean, it depends on how good your hearing is. I mean, Alyk is just kind of waiting.
Yeah. It's like he wants to go forward, but he's too hesitant.
He might have tickled his chin with his toes right there. Saldana got that kick up there. That was a nice body rip.
That was a nice.
Was that a switch kick to the body?
It was a switch kick to the body.
Oh, man. That might have been the most impressive strike of the fight thus far. Good jab there.
That was a nice jab, yeah. I would like to see
more of that?
More of that from Lopez. I definitely would like to see more of that. He seems like he's longer. He's a lot longer. He's not utilizing his length. There he goes. That
nice one,
right
too.
Down the pipe.
I mean, that was pretty spot on.
But Saldana took it and didn't hesitate to move forward, you know? So you got to give him credit for that.
Nice cross.
Nice body kick again. I'm waiting for him to go high again.
Wow.
Who's going to get the finish on this round? Nice. They both are spinning.
They're throwing spinning shit now. Okay. Okay.
Are we allowed to say that? Are we allowed to say spinning shit?
I mean, we just did, so it's okay.
Okay, wasn't sure.
But I'll tell you this right now. Both guys are obviously comfortable enough in the fight to throw that type of strike.
Yeah. And I feel like if they're both comfortable throwing those, someone's got to take charge of the fight.
Someone's got to get with it.
Yeah. Both rounds were super close. I personally think I would give the round to Lopez just with the cleaner shots, those 1-2s that he landed, those stiff jabs. But again, he's really not moving forward too much. And when Saldana does move forward, you can definitely tell he's covering ground.
Well, not only that, but Saldana is constantly throwing. He's constantly throwing. As to where you're getting, you know, maybe a leg kick and then a 1-2, and then, you know, a nice body kick. But they're fewer. Yeah,
if Saldana would maybe throw some grunts in there, the judges might count those punches as landed punches, you know? Some people like to do those kias in there. Yeah.
That's probably the first time I've ever done that out loud. Getting ready for round 3. Luis Saldana versus Alyk Lopez.
And you can see the composure in both of these guys. And I do think that's coming from the bigger camps out of Fightready and Jackson Wink.
Oh, absolutely. These guys have been through the ringer.
Yeah, and they're I guarantee you they're not sparring with amateurs. You know, they're sparring with pros.
Ill-advised at times, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do. If you want to get better and you want to make this your life, you're going to have to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. And sometimes that can be a downfall when you're only going with pros because they have that composure, and then you have someone that's an amateur that just comes out swinging like a bar fight. It kind of throws you off your game a little bit. But it looks like both these guys are very composed.
Super composed. Super composed.
And now we're at the point is who's going to take advantage.
Well, I can see a definite slow in the pace of Saldana. That kick was very labored. Although it looked cool, it was very labored, very slow. You could see it coming from a mile away.
There we go.
Good combination, though.
You see how he moves him back every time he does throw. With confidence. When he's throwing with confidence, he's definitely making Lopez move back. Again,
there we go.
And he's not going to take advantage of that. He's just going to kind of...
Or he'll just throw a head kick.
Let him up and then keep it standing. And I definitely think that if Lopez does take advantage of those takedowns and gets on top, I think that's enough for him to secure the round.
I don't know. Saldana kind of connected there with something there a little bit.
It looks like Saldana is going against his game plan, and he's now being aggressive.
Starting to let go with combinations a little bit more here.
And he's making it ugly now. There he goes.
There we go. Well, somebody's got to win.
Yeah, someone's got to win.
And this has been a very close fight.
And it looks like Saldana's taking that and leading with it. Let's see what he can do with it.
Another body kick. Another potential dump there. 1 minute left. These guys have got to set themselves apart or go for the finish.
Yeah.
Oh.
A big flurry out of either of them or a takedown, I really think is going to secure the round for someone here.
Well, I feel that Saldana's getting after it a little bit more. He's constantly coming through.
His cage control is definitely a lot better than Lopez's right now, especially in this third round.
I mean, you can hear the corners.
Yeah. Oh, and that mouthpiece. It's that mouthpiece.
Yep.
I'm telling you. He just has to connect because his mouthpiece is not stable in there.
And this is what I was saying. Yep. Once you set yourself apart.
Oh, but the takedown. See if he can do something. He's got 30 seconds, a little less.
I mean, that's a decent amount of time. Yeah. I just don't think that either guy has it in him right now.
I don't think either guy has it in him, I agree with you on that, but he does have mount. If he wants to just rain punches, but it doesn't look like, it looks like he's still rocked. And he's just trying to
find his mouthpiece.
Find his mouthpiece somewhere. Yeah.
Now this is a good look for the end of the round.
This is a good look, but
too little, too late?
Too little, too late. Yeah, the damage done.
I mean, that was a pretty entertaining scrap, but I do feel that Saldana...
I think Saldana definitely squeezed that out. I wish all 3 rounds were like that third round. I think they finally, you know, and again, it could be because those guys, they're probably doing 5-minute rounds, and they're used to those longer rounds. So making that adjustment to 3-minute rounds, it definitely looks like they were composed, but composed for too long.
You see, yeah, let's go ahead and look at that replay. I thought it was an image of the cage with blood on it. No, that was the actual cage. Yeah,
that's what I said. The damage done in that third round by Saldana.
You're seeing both guys kind of take turns taking charge, but here's that flurry.
And a good takedown, though. And a good takedown. I wish he would have utilized his ground a little bit more when he caught those kicks.
Well, you could see even at the end of the round, he was competent enough in the ground game to where had he followed them with the takedowns, maybe you have a completely different fight on your hands. But Saldana, in that third round, he took initiative. He came forward. He was throwing combinations. He wanted to win the fight more in that third round, in my opinion. Now, it all depends on how you see the first two.
It actually all just depends on the judges and what they decided to see in the first two.
Exactly. You know split decisions very well.
Very well.
I mean, you would almost be undefeated at this point.
I mean, it would be nice. My pay would be a lot better if I was undefeated at this point.
But it seems like the judges are taking their sweet time, so it was, in fact, that tells me, anyway, that it was definitely a close fight, like we were calling it. These guys were taking turns. You go, I go. You go, I go. And then it was Saldana in the third.
Saldana at the end of the third, which, I mean, I personally think he did enough to get the nod tonight.
One of the beautiful things about being a commentator is I don't mess up anybody's career.
No.
You know, I don't think I'd ever want to be a judge in the sport because when you have a close fight like that, I mean, you can flip a coin and, you know, once you get to the professional level or your level, it really makes a difference.
It makes a huge difference. And it's hard. You know, they always say don't leave it up to in the hands of the judges. But if you're both training to fight and you're both training to be defensive and offensive, it's hard to get those finishes. Like, you're training not to be finished, and your partner's training not to be finished. And it's tough to get finishes. And I think that's why the promotions always weigh heavy on those bonuses, because they know how difficult it is to get the win inside those 3 rounds or 5 rounds.
Now let's also give a shout out to Fino, Tucson's finest cannabis. Join them downstairs at the Encore Lounge to learn more.
Ladies and gentlemen, this one goes the distance. Let's hear it for these 2 warriors.
It's a good one.
Yeah, you can still see the damage that's Saldana
Judge
did on
Raul
Lopez.
Parada scores the bout 29-28 for Lopez. Judge Tim Corrado scores the bout 29-28 for Saldana. And Judge Greta Cox scores the bout 29-28 for your winner by split decision out of the red corner.